That's what everybody's question last time then, is what you're saying, huh?
Seeing this right. Camp, talk about how your defense has progressed.
We're making progress, still work in progress. Got a lot of work still ahead. The next 10 days will be critical, and it'll be a process all year long. We got to continue to get better and improve on all the little things. It's a process, and it requires daily investment, and it's just not going to happen overnight. So, but I like our mindset of our guys, and I like the work that they've put in, their willingness to focus and prepare and to take it, one day at a time.
Have you worked out a rotation up front with the front four as far as personnel? And
we think we've got 5 guys that we're going to play. How many snaps is not going to, as far as inside tackles, as far as who've taken how many the percentage of snaps we haven't determined. I know 3 guys will take the majority, and then the 2 freshmen will still work on seeing what they can handle. Defensive end, we got Malachi and Corey and Vic and Tavares. So I'm sure Malachi is going to get a bunch, and then we'll rotate those other 3 guys.
Will you play any of the freshmen there?
At defensive end, no, not right now. Not as of right now.
Those 3 defensive tackles, are you just kind of rotating between the 2 spots, essentially, your main 3 guys?
Yep, they can all 3 play both positions.
That's something you designed to do this spring, considering you had the slots open? How did that work?
It's just kind of how it needs to be. If you got 3 of them, you got to kind of share the load a little bit. So.
The hook to redshirt Martin and Kevin, or is it?
That's the plan, yeah. And see if things change, the circumstances change. That's the plan. Yep.
How much do you know about this offense? Obviously, nobody's seen it yet, but Al Golden and you got Kevin Temple with you and stuff. So, you thinking more of a pro set type?
I think you can get a little bit of everything, a little bit of both. I think you'll see some spread. I think you're going to see, run and play action oriented as well. I think that they're equipped to do both. They have a transfer from Illinois that's kind of a road grader fullback. He's a downhill player. They have some other good tight ends and some good backs, and then I think they've got good skill to spread you out, and the quarterback that can run all that spread stuff. Everybody likes to do.
Basically, you don't know.
Yeah, well, I think we're expecting to get a little bit of both, and as opposed to being able to zero in on one thing, opener, we're not going to be able to do that.
I wonder if they know what they want, or if they're going to, become more one than the other. As the season goes along, do you have any thoughts?
Not really. After the season gets along, that game's going to be long gone.
You don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm sure they'll have it figured out by next week. They got a good group of coaches and a good group of players. So.
Brent, the defensive line's been something we've been asking you about all fall. How do you feel about the depth there coming out of camp?
You mean would I rather have more experience depth? I'd rather the lack of experience is a little bit concerning. Just to see how they'll play and react and fight through the elements. But I like the mindset of them. I like what I've seen in practice, and excited to see them have the opportunity to go out and do it now.
What about the starters there? Do you feel like you've got it solidified across the front?
I think in the next 10 days, it's something that we'll still work through practice and kind of recognize performance and not what potential might be, and see who practices the best, most consistent.
Have you ever had to go through a season with 5 guys up front?
Oh yeah, Kansas State we had 4 total.
Is that right?
Yeah, 4, like
wow.
4. DN, tackle, DN. That's it.
And they play
3 backers,
every game,
4 DBs. That's it. Every game, every snap. That's what I tell these guys. Why we have to have a rotation? You find tough guys that can. Things have changed a little bit, only in regards to pace and styles, and you're not rushing the passer. 20 years ago like you are today, but.
With the injury to Martin Jenkins, where do you see Xavier Brewer fitting in?
Same everywhere where he was before. He's playing with multiple positions, kind of being he's our adjuster. He can do a lot. He can play corner, can play safety, can play nickel, he can do a lot.
Does it look like you'll start with the Shaw and Darius Robinson at the corner spot?
Unless something changes here in the next week, that looks like that'll be the case.
What's the depth look like behind them?
Not very good. Not very good. But some guys they'll have their opportunity sooner rather than later to kind of show what they can do. So we just don't have very many numbers.
What year was that when you played with the 11th K-State?
Oh, that was in 97, 98. And in the 90s, we didn't really rotate anybody. Yeah. We didn't have enough good ones to do it.
Is Peters at corner?
Peters is playing corner. Yep. We moved him from safety to corner. He's done a nice job. He's picking things up well.
Differentiate between field and boundary corner?
We were playing a lot of left and right. You know, something we do talk some field and some boundary, but we're really playing a lot of left and right. So you know, the field guy, whoever that is, whether he's a left or right guy, sees a lot of deeper throws and some of the bubble game, and then the boundary guy sees action a little bit quicker and more of the run game. I'm sorry?
Do you match up much with that picking your guys? So that's yours.
Occasionally we will. Yep, occasionally we will. In certain situations. Yep.
How do you feel like Stephon has progressed in the role for you this
I think he's progressed well. I think he's a chance to be an awfully good player, and still fine-tuning and working on mastering his craft and understanding the game, and he loves to compete, loves to work. So he's got a lot of intangibles. He's big, strong, fast, and athletic, instinctive. So he's done well.
Williams, Jarrett, and Watson, you expect to get the lion's share of the snaps at D-tackle?
Yeah, and again, depends on if we're moving out of a 4-3 and a 3-4. You know, just a matter of, you know, who's. But those three guys are guys that have definitely proved themselves. And again, we've liked how some of the couple of the D tackles, the freshmen, have come along.
Came in late. Is there a particular guy you like better in those in the 3-4?
Yeah, I don't know. Just see how it works. You know, it depends on what style of play we're going up against.
You said the other day, and I can't remember something. You said that I caught the fact that you're talking about probably not using a lot of personnel, particularly going in the first game. The other day you mentioned 11.
We don't have a lot to work with.
You said 11 to 15. Is that an operable number, or was that big?
Well, you got to start with 11. You got to start with 11, and so we're somewhere between 11 and 15, and each position is going to have a couple swing guys. You know, so you know, it might fluctuate a few guys here or there. We'll just wait and see how guys perform, and again in practice, and then maybe early in the game, and then maybe all of a sudden they get in the game and they're not ready for the moment, and so then maybe they don't see a whole lot more. You know, I don't know. They determine that, not me.
If you had to play Saturday, who would be your starters at the 3 linebackers?
I don't know. I don't have to play Saturday. We're playing next Saturday. And
okay, if you play next Saturday, when you play next Saturday.
I'm not into the hypotheticals right now. I mean, I'm just come on, you know.
And you're not going to give me your game plan. You told me that the other night.
Right. It's no. I mean, you know the guys that it's going to be from. It's no. I don't think it's a real big secret. You know, those top 6 guys, we'll find them in there. We got the 3 guys, and Travis Blanks can play some safety, and Robert Smith has shown he's really come on since the spring, so he's another guy in there too, along, you know, with 31 and 9 and 5. So there you go. So you got the number. There you go. You just add them up.
How much is Brewer playing at corner now? I guess
He's playing both. I don't know the percentage. We're not really working it that way. Kind of a feel thing. And hey, we need to get more reps today. And Cheese is kind of working that rotation. There's a million things going on at once. And I'll say, oh, there's 9. You know, hey, here's what you need to do here or whatever. So he's working a decent amount though there, and safety both.
What's your take on Cortez and his development?
He's still working. He got a lot of work to do still. And, you know, he's got to make up for lost time, and both the spring and some here early in camp. So He's got work to do still.
Has a decision been made on Martin yet?
Not that I'm aware of. To ask Coach on that.
What's the timetable for him to return to full health?
I have no idea. No idea.
Has he been able to run or do anything like that?
I think I saw him jogging. I don't know if he's sprinting or not. I don't know what they have him doing. I'll be honest. I don't know. Even I got so many other things. If he ain't in there, I'm not worried about him. You know, really, really not.
Where's Tony fit in the mix?
He's running number 3. Number 3 what?
Bullet, or do you see
What's that mean?
a chance to climb rapidly?
We'll see. Depends on how.
Or does he have a lot to make up after this?
Again, he's done well. You know, I think you're playing behind 2 seniors. Those seniors know what to do all the time, and they're sure of themselves. And Tony's still working back both mentally and physically. So I've been very pleased with him though.
Is there any thought of redshirting him?
That's an option. You know, I don't know, whether or not he wants to do that or not. So we'll see. We have a little window here and figure those things out. So it's definitely on the table as of now.
How is Richard done at redirecting and tackling?
He looks good. You know, when you come back, there's I wouldn't call him rusty. Something better than rusty. You know, he's pretty good. And if you ask him, I think it's his mental thing, and learning and fitting, and he's such a perfectionist, which I love about him. He's a worker and wants to know, and he's a seeker of knowledge. And but I think physically he doesn't have any limitations. I mean, he's not running around with a yellow or red or green or purple jersey. I think
Size is something that's always brought